Hi y'all, and so sometimes things are worse than you expect them to be. So as I said in my earlier video, the boat was rather heavy, heavier than I expected. Heavy as all hell, in fact. So I talked to you about thinking this boat was had some sort of waterlogged issues. We're taking some water in its past 40 plus year career, and turns out I was right. If you just let's see if we can see this. Right down here, you can see that the water is actually super wet. And if I squeeze this, the water comes out. So I've got a couple of options here. I'm going to go from more hopeful to worse. The deeper I go, I'm hoping the less water I have. So the water intrusion would be, say, 1 inch down. So as I said in my earlier video, these whalers had plywood underneath, which really acted as a water sponge on top of the foam, which is open cell, so it really takes in water rather easily. So it's to be expected. I was hoping it wouldn't be that bad. So how do you fix this? Well, the easiest way I've seen guys do on the internet or on YouTube, they'll drill holes in the hull and so on and so forth. So I don't have a lot of money into this boat, so I can always pull the pin, and I'm thinking about it. But for the moment, I'm going to try a dehumidifier and see, and run it, 24 or 48 hours and see what we've got. Does it dry up? Does it work? If it does, that means the water is not that deep into the foam, and that'll be a good thing. And then I'll continue on and sort of cut the rest of the triangle and see where we're at. From there, we'll give it a go. Ideally, you replace this plywood with something like just replace it with marine plywood, or which I don't think this is by the looks of it. And you can tell from the wood that I took out, it's been wet for a long time. In fact, the plywood's saturated, weighs a ton. So, it's still shiny and pretty crummy, pretty crappy. So that's the plywood that comes in. So I'm hoping it's not the full deck that I've got to redo. So I'm going to go by sections, and maybe I'm being overly optimistic on this, but because I really don't want to redo the whole deck. It's a big job. So we'll try and dehumidify this, and then see where that takes us. If we're lucky, it will work, and then we'll just have to continue on and cutting, and then put the plywood back on, put the foam back on, then put the plywood on top, and then we're good to go. Anyway, so nothing like a evening sort of detective work. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or comments. Cheers.